Blue Lock Season 2. Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. I liked it. It was pretty high. I had a good time. But also you just gotta go in understanding that I really liked season 1. Really liked it. I really like season 2, as this is probably my favorite part of the entire manga. It's just, I am biased. Obviously, naturally, everyone is. Want to say it right off rip, though. That being said, season 2 of the anime fully came out about a week ago. I posted a reaction on the channel of all the U20 episodes. I didn't watch 5 before that on the channel just because the reactions got kind of scuffed and I just didn't really care. So I do want to make a little review of it, okay? Because another thing, I was supposed to upload a Dan to Dan video. Dan to Dan copyright goes a little harder than the Blue Lock copyright for some reason. So I'm working on that still. Now we'll do this right off rip. I want to do one bad thing, one positive thing, and just do that until I'm out of them. So the first, and I want to start bad just because that's how I like to do it. I like to tell you what is upfront, what there is to be thinking that, okay, that you got to go in understanding that this is kind of part of the show. Very first thing you got to understand, this has been the big thing that everyone's been talking about, it's the animation. Now, the animation talk has completely kind of flipped one way or the other recently, but I want to say that it is fine. People really overrated how bad it was. It's definitely not good, especially those first 5 matches. Definitely weren't good animation, but it was totally fine. I think anime watchers nowadays genuinely are spoiled. I'm a newer watcher. I started watching 2 years before, 2018, 2017. I don't know. I watched it a little before COVID, and that was when everyone started watching it. But I feel like back then I would watch a show I don't know. I guess Akame ga Kill has some really good animated parts, but Akame ga Kill is a better example, or Tokyo Ghoul, kind of Tokyo Ghoul actually, other than the last episode of season 1. And Tokyo Revengers was what I was thinking of, season 1 specifically. There are these shows where it's the animation, there's parts where it looks really good, but most of the time, it's a lot of still frames, it's a lot of face shots, it's a lot of not focusing really hard on one thing. And that's just common for a lot of average animes, because to be honest with you, not every anime unfortunately is gonna look like One Piece or Bleach or JJK or Demon Slayer, as much as I would love for them all to. It just can't be that way. And I think it's totally okay to also accept that sometimes the animation is average. But then the other thing is, I don't even think the animation is that average. I'm gonna be honest, this might be a hot take, but I think they have a really, really good style, which makes it work really well. I think the art style fits really well. I think this might just be something that I'm willing to forgive as a more forgiving person, as an anime watcher. Let's go right into a good thing, since I did just talk about the animation and how a lot of people were saying it was bad. The animation's pretty good sometimes. To be honest, the final episode of this season is the best animated Blue Lock episode. I'll stand on business and just say that. And even honestly, I'll say it again, I think the entire U20 match pretty much was pretty good. There's certain parts of it where it definitely slipped a bit, and one big moment that I will talk about next, since we're gonna go back into a negative. This is a big negative for me, and I know some people are gonna be like, wow, he cares this much about this. But no, I genuinely do care a lot. One of the most hype moments in U20 for me, okay, when I was reading it initially, I'm reading through the whole thing. Keep in mind, I think this was my first sports manga, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm reading through it after I just watched season 1. Favorite character in season 1, by far, was Baro. It was not even close. Baro is so cool in season 1. He's just a fucking asshole. I'll say another hot take as a Bleach fan. I don't really like Grimjaw that much. I also don't really like Sukuna that much. I don't normally like this character trope, of a, kind of an asshole, stubborn type who just beats ass. And I can respect it, but it's never my favorite character or anything. Baro did it in a really cool way, and I love Baro. He is awesome. So when I was reading the U20 arc, and he's not on the field, I'm pissed the entire game. I'm actually pissed because I don't think he's gonna come out. He gets subbed in. It is my favorite moment in the entire manga right there. It's entirely personal because it was how I felt reading it, but the hype that I felt when I saw Baro stand up, and Ego is also one of my other favorite characters, and the way he introduces him, great. The anime did that solid. It was fine. the thing I'm gonna complain about, his goal, it felt like they really, probably what happened is they were given a lot of, like, the animators were given more time for certain goals, and people who are like really passionate would like really fight for the goals that they like Nagi, for example. I love Nagi as well. Nagi's goal in the first one, Jesus, beautiful. That shit looked crazy. Well, I guess Nagi's only goal, but it looked like nuts. I was like, whoa, we're like really, really moving again. Like movement, like a lot. And it toned back down for a bit, but then it'll kick back up. Like the Brothers episode, that animation was insane on that entire episode there. And that was kind of just how it was. It was just kind of back and forth with the animation. So I've yapped about it enough. Well, what about the other things? Another really good thing, the music. The music in this show, fire. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. This show has bangers repeatedly. The actual soundtrack, I'm trying to think of other shows, because like the other shows I'm going to compare it to are just so far like above everything else that it sounds ludicrous to say. But you got to understand that these two, I think, are first and second for me, like off the top of my head. So Bleach and Attack on Titan. For me, I like Bleach's more and then Attack on Titan, just because I think Bleach has a more varied soundtrack, and I like that. But I think both are really, really good, like genuinely beautiful, like some of my favorite music of all time. And I think Blue Lock genuinely might be in third. Like, it might be recency bias, and I don't remember a lot of other songs off the top of my head, but like every single time a song came on, I was getting hyped. And I'm not like a EDM fan or anything, it's not like that, but I love that type of music, electronic music. I think it's cool. And I know a lot of people who wouldn't necessarily like that, and that reminds me of dance music and, like, you know, John Wick. I said it in my reaction, the John Wick club scene. Anytime I hear music like that, I get so hyped. And Blue Lock has so much music like that, so it's so good. They've got other types of music for really hype moments. They got really sad music as well, by the way. That was really, really good. Music was fantastic. No complaints there, to be honest. That shit was fucking great. Is there, what else in the anime could I talk about that they specifically did? Oh, okay, we're in the bad again. This is a small one, but the additional times in season 2, I'm standing on business, okay? I saw some comments, not only on my video, just on other videos as well, saying that people who are complaining about the additional times of this season aren't real fans. And I gotta tell you, not the person in my comment didn't say this, by the way. It was someone who said something close to that, but they didn't say that exactly. So don't go harass anyone. But in my opinion, I loved the additional times in season 1. Like, I know you didn't see my reaction to it, but the season 1 additional times were great. I think the only reason this time they weren't as liked is because half of them were actually kind of bad. Like, they weren't funny. Half of them were like, hey, let's figure out which type of animal this guy is. And it's like, okay, that can be kind of funny like once, but then they did it for like 3 episodes and it was like, okay, that's not funny. But then they would do the funniest additional time of all time, which is that fucking Borrow Maid one with Nagi fucking, I don't know, he's just holding a grandpa. It was the most random shit I've ever seen of all time. I loved it. Fire. So I am on, before anyone hates on me, I am actually on team additional time. I actually really liked them in season 1. And that's why I disliked them in season 2, because I felt like you could have done so much more with some of the ones with like Shido, because Shido is such a character and you could have really shown that, but it just kind of felt like they didn't. And I don't know if maybe, I don't remember if the additional times were even in the manga. I'm pretty sure some of them were, but maybe they weren't. And if those all were in the manga, then I guess maybe it was just a section of characters that I don't really care about, which I will say that when I read the manga, I did not care about like half of these characters at all. The anime made me care about a lot of them. Like, for example, I don't remember his name. I think it's Yukimiya, the goggles guy though. I did not care for him pretty much at all in the manga. Like, there was a moment that I'm not going to spoil, but there's a big moment where I kind of was like, okay, that sucks. But otherwise, I didn't really care for him at all. The anime has got me completely switched. I'm on team Goggles team. He looks fucking awesome. The orange aura with the street dribble scene, that shit was fire. I loved it. Very, very cool, even though he's like a really kind of side character. And that's true for a lot of the characters this arc. Like, another one that I really didn't like in the first like not the substitute games, the tryout games, was the bird guy, the assassin. I don't remember his name. something to Tabusa. I don't fucking know, but I hated him, like unironically hated him in the manga, and and you can see it in my reaction. I still do not like him, but by the end of it, I was kind of like, okay, I low-key kind of am liking him now. The only character I can think of that I really just didn't like the entire time, that was Sendo. Sendo just did not cook for me. I hate him. I guess I'll just talk about like the big moments now, I guess, just kind of go over because I'm just trying to like, you know, I wanted to get all the big complaints and like compliments out of the way first, is because I'm just trying to think what else does an anime do that a manga can't, because I don't want to talk about the actual story of it, like how the match went, until I'm in its own section, because I want it to be like, hey, this is what I thought of the anime, then this is what I thought about the actual arc. That's the only big thing left that I can really think of, is like unironically just saying it as it is. In my opinion, is Blue Lock Season 2 worth watching? Yeah, I would say so. If you like sports animes, sure. And if you like a little bit of edge in your anime, you like that. Like me, I like edging. I'm an edger. They could say that, I guess. But if you like that, I think it's great. It's a lot more edgy than, like, you know, I won't lie. I do have a bit of a problem with sports anime, because I really love the idea, but like it feels like every single one goes the exact same way, which is the teamwork route. And I don't have a problem with the teamwork route. I actually like the teamwork. But the thing is that when you do the teamwork route so much, it does low-key kind of make it less like impactful. That's why some other series that I really like, their sports series, like Haiku, for example. I don't really like Haiku, but I like Haiku. And Slam Dunk, I mean, Jesus. And fucking, what's the other one? There's one other manga I read, I don't know. But there is really good sports manga and anime. It's just usually it's kind of generic team thing. But the thing that Blue Lock does that makes it special is when they team up in Blue Lock, it is serious, bro. It is a real ass moment. It's like, oh my god, it's do or die time. Like when we see Baro devouring Isagi, it's like, okay, he's locking in. Like, this is serious. So I personally will just recommend it if you are a anime sports fan. Honestly, even if you're not, I think it's pretty fun, especially if you're willing to watch something just for having fun. Like, you don't care about the story, you don't really care about any of that. You're literally just here to watch like soccer plus with cool effects. Yeah, and that's what this is. So that being said, that's kind of the basic review. I want to get into a little bit more of an advanced review right here in the middle section, and at the end I want to talk about just like some character rankings and my favorite moment rankings, just so I get like a big end of the season video out. And usually this will come out like after I posted a bunch of reactions. This time it was a bit scuffed because I combined all the reactions into one video right off rip. It is what it is. So the middle section of this is just going to be like, hey, going into it just from a top-down point of view, let's just talk about all the big moments I can remember off the very top of my head. And I might just pull up a summary just so I have them. Okay, so I got it figured out. I'm going to just so quickly scroll through the entire thing because I've already seen all of this, but we just need to get it through. Is this the training though? This is the training, isn't it? Sai is like, hey, I'm not gonna play if you guys can't keep up with me, and he was like, okay. And they said that Shido cannot play because he's a problem, which is very true. They all put on the jersey, he puts on the blue fit, which the blue fit does go hard, respect it. I like the walkout. Still one of the best panels in the entire manga, by the way. That's such a good panel still to this day. All of it is really, this is just so good. But we started off, kickoff, right? Oh, that's kind of cool. I forgot they did all this. And then we get the first show off of these two, yeah. Yeah, and then and then Bachira so Bachira and Isagi like go for like a team up play here. They think they're gonna get there, and then we see Aiku with the snake for the first time, which that is really cool. First Aiku big moment though, keep that in mind. That's the first of many for my goat, okay? Then Let's see, they get some Sasa trash talking out of the way. I'm not gonna lie, we do not need to reread that. The announcers, very cool, we like to see them. Snake Man, he's thinking. Then we see Ninja Man and the Monk Man, which, by the way, Monk Man in the anime, low-key, you were kind of cool, bro. Like, you kind of had some sauce. But you're the only defender that isn't Aiku that has sauce, so it is what it is. It's unfortunate. But yeah, this panel was done really well, in my opinion. Goggles Man, is it Yukimiya? It was. Hey, look, I was right. They kind of show off for a bit here. He hits him with this. They're showing off that, like, hey, they're really good defense. They're locking us down. Aiku again locks in the clutch, though, because you know what? He was about to kick it. He was about to kick it away, and oh yeah, no, he did. So yeah, Chigiri stalls here. And then Nico's like, hey, okay, you stalled for long enough. He hits us with the fuck? That looks so clean here, bro. Oh my god. But he hits it with a pass, another pass, by the way. Sendo, because he's a fraud, misses. Sendo fraud count, keep that at 1 now, buddy. We got 2 Aiku goat counts, 1 Sendo fraud count, okay? Because, oh, and also Gagamaru, best defender on Blue Lock, bro. This guy is goated. Unreal monster, man. Stops it. First time playing goalie, he hits some crazy shit like this. I love Gagamaru. Gagamaru's awesome. Saves it, goes back to Sai. Sai takes the shot. It's really like that. You can't even blame Gagamaru for this shit, bro. Like, he just blocked it, stands up, and then it kicks above his head. It curves in. Like, yeah, I was just cooked. But goated moment for Sai. I'm not gonna lie. First goal of the match. U20's up. Everyone's like, oh my god, we're gonna fucking lose, bro, because we're getting just because someone did mention on my other thing, or on my other video, the comments in the games, they talk a lot. Like, bro, there's a reason there's so many still frames. Like, how do you make this, like, why would you even animate this? They're just standing there. What are you gonna do? You're gonna animate them going like, you know, moving? Like, that's cool. Like, if you did that, that's cool, but that's not necessary at all. Now, I will say for the actual in-game, like, in-match movement, sometimes it should have looked better, but people are really nitpicking, in my opinion, to be honest. Then, yeah, these two are teaming up, Rin and Isagi, which, cool, really, really cool. I also really like that they're, like, feeding off each other, like Baro and Isagi, but kind of even, like, even more, because they're the same. I don't know how else to describe it. Bachira, yeah. Everyone's rushing it out. Everyone's like, hey, Rin, you're the one, bro. You need to lock in. He goes for the same exact goal that Sai goes for. I think, yeah, I was about to say, I think he barely misses it. Goes to Yukimiya, which, by the way, almost scores here. Pretty goated, but only really because of the distraction from Isagi. Also want to mention, I forgot to, people have been complaining way too much about Isagi this game, bro. Y'all crazy. Just because he didn't score like 5 goals the whole game, bro. He was, every single time that they needed him to be somewhere, he was there. Every single time. I'm just saying. Like, he missed a few times, but when he was needed, he was there. So, but really cool. He almost makes it in. Aiku goat counter at 3, by the way. Because that is ridiculous also. Like, what the fuck? What was he even doing? Did you like kick off the ground? He like did some parkour shit? That's pretty cool. But yeah, this keeps going. We get Ninja Man. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care about Ninja Man, so we're not even gonna watch this because it gets blocked by a fucking no-name. We don't care about him, so blah, blah, blah. Nagi, this is the cool part where it lands to Nagi. Clean. This was one of the cleanest goals. Probably the best look. Like, honestly, if I was talking about any goal that wasn't the last one, this was probably the best adaptation for any of them, honestly. There's one other that I think is probably on the same level. Well, actually, there's one that's above this, and then there's one that's like just below it, is what I would say. And we're coming up on both of them. So, but good goal. Really like this. Nagi was one of my favorite characters when I would watch the anime for the first time. I'm not gonna lie, I guess slight spoilers, skip like 20 seconds if you don't want manga spoilers. Nagi and Bachira, both were some of my favorite characters in season 1. They low-key have fallen off so hard. Neither of them does like anything. Now, I'm not saying they won't in the future, because I'm pretty sure they're both going to be important characters still. But it is unfortunate, because, like, to be honest, I'll say it. I don't really care about, like, half the new characters. I'm just going to say it, bro. Maybe it's because I got hooked on the anime and I was here for Bachira, so obviously I still want to see him and Nagi. But, like, dude, I don't know, bro. Like, I just don't care about... Well, okay, that's not true, because I like all the characters as well. It's just I liked the old ones more, and it's sad that I don't see them as much. But really cool goal. Cool celebration. Everyone's getting like, holy shit, okay, Blue Lock actually might be a thing. Everyone's getting hyped. Fair. Oh yeah, then we get the One Piece moment, which that was definitely something. Rin, yep, they're explaining their freaky relationship. And these two are battling each other the entire time. The brothers are having their fated battle. Which, to be fair, all of these, like, I'm skipping over a lot of these, like these, what the fuck is it called? Like cross-ups and fucking, why am I struggling with the word? What did it call it when you fucking dribble? All the, like, dribble-offs, essentially, where it's like, two people are fucking trying to steal it away from each other. I'm skipping over those really fast. It's just because, to be honest, it's just a lot of this, which is really cool, but I've already seen it twice now, so you just gotta understand, and I'm trying to be fast. But there are some really cool moments in dribbling as well, and I will try to stop for them, but it's just like I can only really remember like 2 big ones. But this was pretty cool. Sai's destroying him. This is a pretty cool moment for Nico, honestly, which was never expecting this at all. I'm not going to say much more because, to be honest, that was all it really was a cool moment. But it was there. I'll give it to him. Then we get my goat, Aiku, once again showing up to fucking lock in and go goat mode. Chigiri here gets a big moment where he's able to actually like show off, which this was pretty cool because I did like Chigiri. Although I will say I didn't care nearly as much about like episode 7. Sai being Sai, perfectly doing everything. Yep, so that's a Sai moment. Ring gets it. Aiku gets there again. How much are we at? Like 6 or something now? Like, Aiku is crazy, bro. This man's a monster. Yeah, and look, and he sees through this. He's bro. And look at, and it's so smart. I'm giving him 2 just for the 7. We're on 7 now or whatever. Because this is so smart. He's like, okay, wait. He's gonna go for it probably. I'm gonna just make sure he can't take a shot with his right leg because that's his best like shot. And he still goes for it. And it's like crazy because it's Rin. Like if this was anyone else, they wouldn't have made it in. But because it's Rin, they made it in. And also, Aiku here still did really, really good. Like, I get that he doesn't fully lock him down here, but he did a damn good job. Like, no one else was even close. So I'm giving GOAT to Aiku twice there. Or maybe I just give it to Aiku once and I say that Rin did good. How about I do that? That sounds a little more fair. Then here's the U20 being like, we gotta lock in before halftime, which this is a really hype moment. This, I'm not gonna lie, is one of my favorite like sections of the anime. This shit was crazy because it's just pure desperation because it feels, and this is why I kind of wish that the entire U20 team was good, because it feels like half the team of U20 is just non-garbage. Like, I'm just not even gonna lie. Like, this dude, NPC motherfucker. Kisune, however the fuck, NPC. We don't care. If everyone was moving like the Monkman and Aiku and Sai and Shido, and or not even them, at least move like the ninja guy or something, because it makes it feel so like, because this, like I said, this feels so like desperate because they're just running it down, they're getting through everyone, and then Gagamaru barely blocks this shit with like the craziest block you can expect, only because of Nico. There's still a minute of additional time where they gotta hold off. It lands at Sai's feet. Fucking Bachira and Isagi, the main character and the main character's friend, are jumping this dude because this shit is serious like this. He gets through them both. This is still the, I don't even know what this, like, this is ridiculous, whatever movement this is. And it looked even more ridiculous in the anime, to be honest. It looked like he teleported. Goes for it. Goes for the pass, that is. Sendo, because he's a fucking fraud, misses. I'm just kidding. Rin, like, catches up and knocks it out of the way. But I just personally, I choose to believe that Sendo would have missed again, just because I don't know, I hate him. Then it lands back at Sai's feet, and then we get fucking Glam Man gets his glamorous moment to shine. And to be honest, it was pretty cool, because yeah, I just wasn't expecting him to do it, and it was like, whoa, okay, he did it. That was pretty crazy. And I like this. I am still very sad that they cut the panel of him sitting. That was such a cool panel. But I do wish, like, I'm gonna do a small, like, the tiniest complaint with the anime here. I feel like we should have teased like Shido, because you see him sitting on the sidelines like you do here, but you just see him in the background, and like no one is really gonna notice that. I wish they had him in the background and like have some aura on him or something, so it's like, holy shit, okay, there's a fucking villain back there doing some villainous odd things. Also, I respect the face, so I guess it looks kind of hard. Oh, we got Goggles Man. That's one of my favorite covers. This one was really good. So yeah, it's halftime. We meet the moms. It was a good moment. Fucking baddest girl in the manga, by the way. She is of age, right? Well, yeah. Okay. 20 years old. Okay. I didn't even look that up in the last video. I didn't even think about that. Jesus. Okay. No, this is I love this scene. This is so funny. The scene where he's like, nah, I'm just gonna leave. Fire. Aiku, I like him here because he made a deal to like try to prove himself, and he got clapped. And he was like, fuck, you know what? We gotta lock in, bro. And then yeah, we got this, the demon in the wings, which, what'd they call him? Didn't they say like, we've got this guy or something in the anime? I really wish they had said the demon in the, or have a demon in the wings, just like this, because it's such a cool moment. And this panel, oh my god. And I love this because it's like, yeah, and you kind of get it from the anime, and it's like, it's kind of cool that the first time you see it is when he's scoring, but it's also like, I really like that his whole thing is like, he's got angel wings, like he's got devil wings, I guess, and it looks cool. But Shido, I will not lie, is probably my MVP. I love Shido. Shido, like, as a character, I just like him. He's awesome. Ego, bitching him up, telling him like, hey, you're not that good. This entire backstory, if this was any other show, I would probably sit here and go way deeper into this. But to be honest with you, Blue Lock isn't like that to me. I don't get into it like that. I'm kind of just here for the fun. There is definitely depth to be had for it, and maybe one day I'll make a video talking about all the depth for this, but for now I'm probably just gonna skip over this. Maybe future arcs I'll talk about it. Maybe I'll make a future video talking about it. I really do like this arc though, and or not arc, I like this little mini, well, I guess it is a mini arc. The flashback, genuinely great. Very, very good. Very good. There's not really much to say other than it's very good and sad. But oh, and I will mention one thing. The anime does that episode specifically probably the best out of any episode, like for consistency. Because I would say even the last season or the last episode of the season, kind of the second half, since the match is over, it's obviously a little less animated and like high quality. The brothers episode literally looked perfect the entire time. This scene I love. It wasn't as cool in the anime. I just think that was one of those ones that was rough, where it was just, you can't make a guy just standing on the field look cool like this unless you got like manga panels to work with. Well, I guess you could, but I like the trash talk. Okay, we're back into it. I like that he's just a pure force of destruction like Baro. He's just running through both teams. Sendo, I also really like that he is 100% willing to pass. This motherfucker does not care about fucking anything other than getting the goals, like, which is valid, really cool. Sai gets it. Sai hits a fucking crazy pass. This was animated really well. I don't think it's as good as his other one, but it was still really, really cool. Still cool. Like this moment from Nico, because once again, big moment. Was not expecting it at all. This made me feel like he broke his foot when I was first reading it, because I don't know why. It just looks so bad every time someone, like in Tokyo Ghoul, people would crack their like fingers, like pop them. And I would also think that they're breaking their fingers every time, and it just make me hurt. But yeah, and then we get this. This is a really cool moment where they're like playing off of each other really well. Chigiri realizes, almost catches up, barely can't, just because of the perfect hit from Sai. Then we get this, which a lot of people really, really like this. Some have said this is their favorite goal. I don't think it's that, but this is the one that I would put personally just below the Nagi one. I think this is really, really cool, but the Nagi one I just think has more like coolness to it. And especially I think another part of it is Shido gets a little more, we'll say. And this is his less cool one, I would say. It's just his introduction, essentially. But this, yeah, this is crazy. Wild character, but I fucking love it. That's awesome. We need more like this. We need more complete, unique characters like this madman right here, okay? And I know people are gonna be like, oh, he's like Hisoka. There's always a character like someone else. I think that Shido is very unique for manga, and I wish we had more people like him. Because it's ridiculous energy, but I love it. Like, yeah. I like you, let's exchange contact info. Crazy stuff happening. Chigiri and Nico are both hurt, subbing people in. I thought so hard that Baro was finna get subbed in here, and then when I saw this fraudulent motherfucker Hiyori come out here, Hiyori, I don't know, does Hiyori have fans? If you're a Hiyori fan out there, I'm sorry, I didn't really mean it. I don't really hate any characters in this show, really, other than Sendo. I just don't really care about Hiyori, to be honest. Now Reo, I love Reo. Reo in this game was fucking awesome. I don't know why. They're honestly low-key kind of the same character now that I'm thinking about it. Like, I don't know. I just like Reo more. Reo's just cool. What can I say? My name's Copycat, bro. I like the copy powers. What do you want from me? And this was a good moment. I did like this. Yeah, and then we get a bunch of really, like, this is the thing I will say. I'm skipping over a lot of the moments for like Birdman, Ninja Man, Yukimiya, a few of these other like U20 defenders and stuff, because a lot of their moments are obviously on like the dribbling, but it's just usually they're not super big moments. Like this is one where he hits like a really cool pass where he's like, my ego's essentially I'm willing to pass, and that was cool because I have always been like, why don't we have someone who's just like actually willing to pass? That'd be a kind of cool gimmick, and that is what this is, which cool. Nagi, we get him getting locked down again, cool. Get Isagi getting locked down by Aiku once again, goated every single time. Great panel, I love this panel, really cool. Then we get it to Sai again. They're like, holy shit, okay, we need to stop him right now. Reo, which I love this, he's just been locking in on them playing defense, and he's like, I just gotta focus on Shido. That's all I gotta do. I gotta kill Shido and Sai's combo. So he's just copying the defender's moves, and that shit goes so hard. Like, look at that, bro. And the anime did this really well as well with the sound effects and stuff. I think it looks really, really cool. Very, very cool moment for him, to be honest. I don't know why. I feel like every time Reo is on the screen, the budget is like just a little bit higher than normal, but not like super high. They just go a little bit harder. I think he's probably someone's favorite, and they're like, I'm gonna just cook every time this dude's on screen, which valid, to be honest, because they did him really well this entire arc. Like, I saw a lot of people who hated him in season 1 completely switch up on him, which, to be fair, I also somewhat switched up on him, but I was not as extreme. Like, people hated him, bro. I didn't realize people actually hate Reo. Like, I don't know. People hate on both Reo and Nagi too much because they're weird. Okay, not even weird. They're homosexual-ish relationship, okay? But it's like, bro, we're reading a Blue Lock, bro. Like, it is not that serious, dog. I don't care. They can be homosexual lovers for all I care, because they're goated at soccer, and that's fucking awesome, and that's all I care about. And they're both cool characters as well, so I don't know. I love them both, okay? That's what I'm saying. Reo and Nagi, I'm on team Reo Nagi, okay? I'm on that ship with all those shippers, okay? Sorry, I'm putting on a band-aid as well because I fucked up my finger. If Rayo got more time to shine, I feel like more people would like him, but he just doesn't get a lot of time to shine a lot of the time as well. He's talking about he's getting a stiffy, which yeah, that was actually crazy in the anime, bro. When I was watching that, I was like, oh my god, they're doing it. All of this was done perfect. This is, in my opinion, the best goal. I don't even think it's close. I think this is significantly by far the best looking goal, other than maybe the last one, which once again I said I'm not counting because it's like literally cheating, because it's like the last goal got like the entire budget, so it's like that's not fair. This is really good though. I love this entire moment. Like the way that everything is done is perfect. I love the way that Gagamaru here as well is smart with his goal. And yeah, this down bad shit. But like, looking, Gagamaru's super smart. He ran out to get it out, like header it out, but because Shido is fucking crazy like this, he fucking back kicks the shit. What is it called? A bicycle kick, I think it is, into the flow for the win. Crazy in the anime. I'm sure I probably have like pictures of that coming up on screen and stuff, and maybe even videos if copyright lets me get away with that. This was probably the best looking one, like with effects and stuff, at least in my opinion. Crazy effects everywhere on screen, super flashy. I think this is, for me, I like flashy stuff. This is probably my favorite goal, honestly. I'm also a Shido like fanboy, even over the last goal, but I can see a lot of people saying the opposite. But it's so like, dude, this is crazy. What other series have I ever seen that? This antenna dude is saying some real weird shit. Yo, what the fuck? Man, I love Shido. Even I was impressed. Yeah, on God, bro. This isn't about soccer anymore. It was never about soccer. We're so beyond that, bro. Such a cool shot, though. The celebrations, by the way, every single time, really cool. This is something. We're gonna pass over that. Everyone's getting stressed about stuff. They're like, hey, we're losing. Isagi has this cool moment where he goes over to Ego. Ego has a cool moment where he's like, hey, we already kind of won, just by the way, which is true. Which is what I think there was a lot of people reading it at the time who were also like this at this point, because they were like, bro, Shido came from Blue Lock, just scored 2 goals off rip, like fucking cooked them too, on after Blue Lock has been cooking U20 the entire time. Like, yeah, people are 100% going to be like, okay, yeah, we need to look into Blue Lock because this shit is crazy. But I do like that stand proud, you were strong, cool moment. And I like the Isagi's like, I don't give a fuck, bro, we're here to win. Which, cool moment, like always. But yeah, this, bro, so cool. And the one thing I will say that the anime, in my opinion, low-key did better. I love the flash of lightning that you get for his like aura. Like, I think it's right here. But it's like, bro, it's so much cooler in the anime because it like flashes across the screen and then he appears. But this panel wasn't as cool. I wish his eyes were whited out. I guess they probably weren't whited out, actually, to be honest. They were probably just like this, but the art's too zoomed out. I don't know. Something about it just looked off. I really thought the aura just wasn't there, bro. Like, I hate using that word, like, specifically because it's becoming cringe now, but it genuinely is like a way to describe this. It's literally his aura. It doesn't look as good in the anime. Like, it just doesn't. Still a really cool moment, though. I was a Baro fan, so I was a little disappointed. Aiku got everything on lock, as always. Still cool, though. And I will say this is one of my favorite memes. Is everyone was like, because this moment is just crazy. Baro is the first person to ever miss and gain aura, because yeah, he just they run through the field, they lock him down, then he's like, oh my god, we're getting cooked. Baro steals it off of teammate. Both of them are like, what the fuck? And then he fucking launches that shit. He's hitting insane dribbles the entire time, juking the fuck out of this guy. Look at this shot, bro. Like, this is a villain, bro. This is a whole lot of villain. Get Sukuna off the field, bro. Get his ass out of here. I love him so much. He's so cool. And his whole thing of just being chaos, he just creates fucking chaos. Yeah, that's awesome. This whole moment in the anime was done really well. Like, this is, in my opinion, the best part of Baro's entire section is where he's 1v1ing this monk man, because he's just dribbling back and forth with the effects constantly. There is one other moment that's also pretty cool coming up, but that was really, really cool. Then we get Yukimiya, get some cool moments from him with this nice juke right there. Really clean. Every time you see him, he's always juking someone. I'm going to try and stop for him because he does this, which this is my favorite dribbling moment, like I think in the entire series, to be honest. I just love this panel. It's so fucking like, that's so cool the way, and they did it really well in the anime too with all the colors and stuff. I always imagined it to be super colorful and stuff, and it was, and it's just, I like it. And I do like that it hints at something in the future as well. Unfortunate that he misses. Really cool though that Aiku once again is goated. Bro, if Aiku is not here, they would be down like 3 more goals. It would be over. Like, actually, it would be over. And I know, to be fair, you could say that with like a lot of the people. Like, you could probably say that with Shido. You could also probably say that with Sai. You could also probably say that with like half the Blue Lock members. But it's like, you could not say that for Sendo. Okay, I think if Sendo was gone, I think honestly, if we had subbed out Sendo for Shido the whole game, we would have won immediately, U20. Yeah, and I like this moment because he's finally he's in his flow, which really, really cool. He locks in. Another big save from him. Just goated. Really good backstory here again. Honestly, this is one I probably will talk about later because I love this backstory. And honestly, I probably will do the brothers one as well. It's just, I don't really want to do it in this video because I'm already at an hour-long recording and I'm not even on the final section yet where I'm going to be ranking all the goals. So this is just going to be a long video, I guess. Hope you guys like it. So we'll get shorter videos here at some point, I swear. But a really good backstory. Once again, though, probably going to skip over it mostly because all I got to say really right now, unless I wanted to go really deep in, is it's really good, really sad. Really good moment for him, though, as always. I really like him as a character. Gets to Rin. I love this. This is so cool. They did it really well in the anime as well. And this, they did it really cool. All of it is just done well. It's just really, really cool. And like, no, there's 2 people who are fighting Rin like this, and it's Sai, and it's fucking like Isagi in the last match, bro. Like, this shit is serious. And this was fucking insane. Yeah, I'm the last one you gotta overcome. Yeah, he kicks it. Time to roll the credits. And yeah, they're just going through it. They're kicking it back through. They gotta hold out on defense. Jesus, yeah, this shit is intense. He's like, I gotta stop Shido, which this moment, yeah, Jesus, that's gotta be a scary one. Jumps past. It's either up or down. I love this moment. Shido's going for it. Kagamaru's like, I gotta fucking gamble, lock in. And I thought he was gonna gamble right and get it. But he, once again, Blue Lock, I think, has this really good thing if he avoids tropes in really creative ways, where Gagamaru fucking missed. He gambled and he fucking missed. He gambled wrong. But you know what? He was like, I can still do this shit. And he did a fucking handstand block. Crazy, but really cool. And I also like that it's still in play after this. I also really like this moment. The anime does this honestly even better. This is probably one of like 3 moments where the anime does it better. The Reo transforming in the 2nd episode specifically, where it shows him transforming into Nagi, is so cool because it's like flashing back and forth between him and Nagi. Awesome. So awesome. And the effect is really cool. I just like Reo a lot, to be honest, though. That entire moment's really cool. We get it back to Nagi, back on attack, we're running back down. Baro is devouring Isagi. Then we get a really cool moment where I believe they're trying to pass it around, essentially. Yep. My ego guide your way. Yeah. Sai got there before Isagi could, and he's like, hey, you got a good brain, which I said in my reaction, stand proud, Isagi, bro. Sai just told you got a good brain. That's pretty crazy. And yeah, I do like here that he's like, fuck, I can't lose this, and he still goes for it even though he's thinking he's gonna lose here. Yep, and then like he knocks you off balance and you're just cooked, because that's how it is. If you get knocked off balance, you're cooked. And I love the reconstructing and deconstructing and reconstructing is so cool. Get Aiku here once again clutching up, at least catching up to Rin, and stalling. And then we get the cool moment where Baro fucking 2 whole defenders on him. Gets through the whole way, kicks that shit straight into the goal. Big like, this is why I was kind of disappointed in this goal. Look at this shit in the manga, bro. Like, this is animated in the manga. We're seeing the kick straight into the goal. Like, that is identical to what it looks like in the anime. I was hoping that they maybe would have, like, you know, shown him, like, actually the ball flying in or something, or the kick actually hitting harder or something. But instead, they just went really hard with the lion, which I do respect, because the lion did go really hard. I also just low-key wish his goal scene was a little bit harder, but they did do a really good job with it. Like, honestly, I am not that disappointed in that, because as you can see, I did use it as the thumbnail, so I thought it was still pretty cool. Just not as cool as the manga, which not everything has to be. I love that he takes his shirt off. That's so cool, and he gets a red or a yellow card for it. And this moment's good. Baro's just awesome once again. And we get them saying they can still fight. This is like the final, in my opinion, this is where it was like, okay, we're getting into the final stuff here. Because then we're getting Isagi and Rin are both like, hey, I need to beat the other one to, you know, lock it in. Dun dun dun. Yeah, this panel is so good, and they do it pretty well in the anime as well, to be honest. Just absolutely cooking everyone. Sai is insane here. This shit is unreal. These two are battling each other. Rin's having a tough time. He thinks he was gonna get destroyed. I believe that's what happens, right? Oh wait, no, this is before that. So yeah, he was like, fuck, where's he gonna go? Where's he gonna go? Everyone's getting clapped up. Beautiful. I love this scene. His way of playing soccer is essentially just beautiful destruction. That's so cool. And Choshido, Rin jumps in, saves it, gets fucking knocked in the head, which, Jesus Christ, bro, ow. But really cool because we see Rin like desperate finally, which that was pretty cool. And then we see him like sad that what's it called? And then and then we go straight back into kickoff or restart. Running down the field, we got Bachira here. Bachira fucking, this is one thing I will say, Bachira didn't do like anything it felt like until this. It was like, bro, you were not even here in the match, I am convinced. But he does run through here, and it is a pretty cool moment because he goes through the entire team after stealing it off of Baro and Isagi and calling them both donkeys, by the way, which that was pretty fun. He gets through the whole team though, dribbling a bunch. Aiku once again though clutches up a lot, but this one I'm not gonna give it to him because you know what? Fucking Bachira gets through, bro. Bachira actually cooked him, like genuinely. But we get this moment where Sendo fucking blocks it. I hate him for this, okay? Because my goat Bachira could have gotten the goal here, but I don't know. I just don't care, man. Like, I don't care at all about Sendo. I just don't. If it had been I would have liked it more if it was one of the other defenders, like unironically, or like even if it was one of the random ones, just give them a moment. I don't want a Sendo moment. I'm just a hater. Like, I'm just genuinely a hater. There's no other way around it. But I respect Bachira for being like, guess it's just not my day. Aiku once again gets straight back up and is like, we gotta go for it. I will say this was kind of funny. Still, like, I don't care though. Like, if one of these guys had gotten it, I would have been cool with it, but it just, I don't like him. They're rushing back to the goal. It's super serious. Fighting for the ball constantly, getting through everyone. They're doing nice team ups and stuff to get through everyone. Reo fucking barely blocks the goal shot. Gagamaru is locking in on the goal here. We get Nagi and fucking Baro jumping in the way of another goal. Lands back in this highest thing. He's like, fuck, bro, this is fucked up. Then we get Isagi jumping in of the way. Then he passes it to Aiku, which this was so unexpected and so good because, like, I went in at the beginning expecting to see this moment, but we had gotten so far in at this point that I was like, we're not going to see him on offense. There's no way. Like, that might happen in a next match or something, but there's no way now. We got it right here. That shit went hard. And in the anime, they did a really good job of the scene as well. They gave him impact frames and everything. So I think everyone was like, holy shit, it's going in. But then Rin blocks it. Cool moment from Rin. This is what I wanted out of the Sendo block because this felt valid. Like, I love Aiku And I honestly, I like Aiku more than I like Rin. That's probably a hot take, but it's true. And I was very sad to see that Aiku didn't get a goal, but I was willing to let it slide because you know what? It felt earned. At least Rin is a valid player here. He had been playing before. He felt like he was there. Sendo felt like he appeared like literally out of the blue after missing every single important shot and doing nothing. But this moment is really, really good because we get him jumping into the way of it once again, which was very, very cool. But it wasn't even a pass to Aiku. It goes past him to Shido, and it looks like it's gonna go in. Isagi blocks it. Thanks to his fucking blind spot. Rin's getting pissed because he's like, fuck, all these motherfuckers can keep up with me. Oh, maybe I am trash. And he's like, maybe I can't be alone. And then he's not alone. And then he crashes the fuck out. I love this scene. He crashes out because he's fucking, I hate friends. That's pretty much what bro says. I love this so much though, because he's like, everyone says it, but every other anime, power of friendship, like, you know, I love classic generic trope stuff, so I'm honestly down with power of friendship and stuff. That's cool. But like, it feels so good sometimes when someone just completely rejects that shit, and Rin just rejects the fuck out of it. He's like, this is disgusting. It was crazy. And then Rin just goes on a fucking rampage here, which this entire, from here on out, I don't even want to, I'm gonna just repeat myself. It looks really good, and then there's a certain part which I will mention where it looks fucking like the best it has ever looked. But all of this is looking really good in the show. Like, I would say it's on par with the manga, probably, which is really impressive. And I love this because he just destroys everyone, and it's a really fucked up way of playing because he gets their fucking biggest strength and he just tears it down, which that's crazy. But that is really cool. This guy got fucking cooked, bro. I felt bad for bro. Really cool. I love all the scenes with like the monsters and stuff, and also really like this brother beautiful destruction. He's just raw destruction, hideous destruction. I also like the Aiku's like, yo, you're pretty fucked up, bro. What the fuck? Utterly ruin my own past and everything on this field. Yeah, so he's just like, I'm gonna just destroy everything. He's drooling because he's too focused. And this is one thing, like, there's a few lines like this that I think would have helped, because a lot of people are like, why is he drooling? And it's like, that is kind of fair, because like, if you don't really know a lot about the human body, yeah, you probably wouldn't know that if you're really focused, you drool. But that, like, yeah, that's, if you're really fucking focused, you will drool, bro. If you're like, obviously not everyone, but some people have that happen. This whole moment's really, really cool, because he's like, I gotta do my best, and then he's like, holy shit, it's actually a 0, I'm fucking cooked. Shido gets in, manages to up the odds. He gambles again, really good gamble, manages to stall him like 3 times here on one-on-one like matchup. Fucking tough. Barely manages, like, look at this, seriously, barely manages to block the like first attempt that was a feint. Then he goes for it again, and then he's like, okay, holy shit, I'm gonna lose. Fucking goes to kick it, kicks that shit. Aiku barely taps it as it barely knocks off. Rin is cooked. 1 minute remaining, and this is where I would say Blue Lock looks the best it's ever looked. After this cut, it cuts away, and it's fucking cinematic mode in the anime, and I was like, oh, we're getting serious then. And this was a really cool moment. Like, honestly, it's just Sai absolutely cooking the entirety of Blue Lock in like the best animation we had seen up to this point. And then we get a cool defense moment, get this really cool panel of like everyone's running down the field, and we see Isagi with the puzzle pieces finally start falling. Really cool. And also I really like that in the puzzle pieces you can like see all their faces. I don't know if you could see that in the anime, but also they were too small to see that if they were, so. Then we get the final standoff, which very cool in the anime. Pretty much everything here is done perfectly, if not better in its own way. Really, really cool. Rin crash out, goated scene. Honestly, my favorite Rin ever was. He was probably at this point my favorite character. It's just after this I don't like him as much, but he was really, really cool at this point. And yeah, then we get the final matchup, which is these two facing off. Woo! Tough. This shit is tough. Because in the anime, they animated the fuck out of this. It looks beautiful. It looks identical to how it should look. Like, it looks genuinely just like this. They're jumping off of each other, like hitting each other. It looks like they're fucking Naruto fighting. Like, it is to that level of serious degree. this shit on the field has gotten serious. And then he knocks it out, which goated moment. I remember reading this, I was so fucking hyped because everyone knew it was Usagi's turn. Anime does this really well. This shot was super good, genuinely just fantastic. Makes it into the goal. We get the goal. Celebrations from everyone. Aura maxing ref right here. He had the aura max for the one panel he was shown. Dope ass celebration from everyone. Ego celebration, my favorite. We get a few other things after this. I'm not going to scroll through them just to save a little bit of time. We get Kunigami is the wild card reveal, so you see that he's not gone necessarily. And then we also see Kaiser, which a lot of people are excited for Kaiser. Wasn't expecting so many fangirls, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I knew there was a lot, but like, holy shit, yo, there's a lot of y'all. Which is fair. He's pretty cool. Is there anything else that happens? I mean, I guess we're going on to stage 2 or something, but that's pretty much all that happens. What was that, like an hour? Like an hour of me ranting about what happens in U20. All of that, though, you heard a lot of my thoughts on it as I was going through. There's some really cool moments in there. We'll just do top 3 characters, top 3 moments. I think that's probably good. And then maybe I'll throw in like one more thing after that. We'll see. Top 3 characters. We'll start from third. Third place. Rin, okay? And I'm not gonna lie to you, it would have been higher. It would have been higher if I just hadn't read the manga. Because Rin is still, and I don't want to sound like Rin isn't cool in the manga afterwards. Rin's still really cool in the manga. It's just, I think this is like the coolest he ever got. Like, he was on another level in this match. And I think that is partially blinding me because I'm also just low-key biased. Because my number 2 is Baro, because he's just cool. Like, I don't know. Baro is just super awesome. Like, every time I saw him, I was super hyped. He was the most hyped I got for anyone on the field. Just genuinely cool. Really cool character. Had really hype moments. My only disappointment, and if I was being more realistic, I would put Rin above Baro. It's just I like Baro more than Rin. Number 1, though, this is the undebatable one. Number 1 is Shido. I don't even think it's close. I'll say he's the MVP of the match, too. Fuck it. I think Shido is crazy. Well, okay, I think Sai could have been if he like actually tried the whole game, but he didn't. So that's on him. And Shido did try, it seems, the entire game, and he beat fucking ass the entire game and was awesome. So Shido was my favorite character of this season. I'll say 2, what do you call it? Shout outs, I guess, or honorable mentions. That's the word I'm looking for. Reo, I loved him this season with all the copying stuff. He was really cool. And then what was his name? Yukimiya? Really completely, I've switched up on him completely. He's actually cool. W character. W character. Cool character. Now, the final part is the big moments. Probably just realistically, we're rating the goals. I would say the best moment was the end of season 1. I don't even, like, I love all these other moments. Like, I think, like I said, I like the Baro one more personally. But that being, or not the Baro one, I'm sorry. I like the Shido one more personally. But, oh wait, what would we do in third actually? What is third place for goal? I guess it doesn't have to be a goal, to be fair, as well. Actually, you know what? Yeah, no, fuck it. I'm putting third place, my favorite moment. I'm putting Aiku going up to the front lines, because that shit was super hype. I know he doesn't even make it, but that was so hype reading it, because I am not gonna lie, Aiku was, oh, that was the other guy. Aiku is another one. Fuck, there's so many characters. That is what I want to say, just kind of at the end here when I'm wrapping it up. The good part about this arc is there's like 12 characters and they are all fucking goated. Like it's like Soul Society, I'll just say it. It's like Soul Society, which is another one of my favorite arcs of all time. The reason I love Soul Society is because it's just everyone was throwing fucking hands. Like literally everyone. Soifan, Yoruichi, Komamura, Tozen, fucking Hanataro, fucking Ichigo, Uryu, fucking everyone was throwing hands in the Soul Society. And it's the exact same way here. Every single person had their moment, except for I'd say like half of U20, but also I was okay with it because all of Blue Lock got their moment, including 3 subs, which was pretty cool. But yeah, we'll talk about the goals really quick. So third, like I said, Aiku. Second would probably be the Shido goal. First would probably be the season 1, or not the season 1, the ending episode, the last goal would probably be my number 1 moment. I would think. I might re-record this section because, to be honest, I'm getting in my ranty state because it's now been almost 2 hours and my throat is starting to hurt. But all that being said, yeah, Blue Lock, I don't know. I shat on it some, but I want to say a few things. I think people shat on it too much. I don't think it was that bad. I'll be honest. I think it was like a 7 the entire way through. I think there was 1 episode in the sub game, or why do I keep calling them that? In the tryout games, that I would say that episode was probably, there was like a 4. There was like a 4 out of 10 episode somewhere in there. I don't remember which one. I think it was the second one. But after that, it was pretty much consistent 6. And then after we got to U20, I would say it was at least a 7 the entire way through. And I would say multiple points by the end. It was at 8 and 9s. And I would say the final episode is genuinely a 10. So very, and the brother episode as well. So honestly, I'll say it. I liked this season of Blue Lock. Is it the best anime I've ever watched? Not really. Is it super fucking entertaining? Hell yeah. And that's all that really matters, to be honest with you. So yeah, if you got any interest in it, I guess go check it out. Yeah, thanks for watching.